What's going on? It's Jack here again, and today we're going to talk a bit more about Amazon Australia, the AU marketplace. Yeah. Now, I know you guys like talking about Amazon AU, all you Aussies out there. It's the next biggest thing, so we're going to get right into this video. Basically, what I'm going to talk about is just a bit about an overview of Amazon Australia. Since it's new, it only launched in December last year, early December. And I'm going to talk a little bit about it, and when I think you guys should actually get into selling on the AU marketplace if you aren't already. So we're going to get right into it. So Amazon Australia, when should you start selling on the AU market? Now, first things first, it was Amazon's biggest launch ever. So this is just a clip of a little news article that I pulled up on the web. It says Amazon said first day orders on Amazon.com.au on Tuesday, which I think was December 6th, were higher than any other launch day in Amazon's history, with tens of thousands of customers visiting the site in the first 24 hours. Orders were placed across all 23 categories, and some of the best-selling products included finished dishwashing powder and tablets, mini flashlights, high-pressure hoses, Fitbit devices, men's shavers, and Huggies nappies. So, a couple of things on that little paragraph there. So, it was the biggest launch in Amazon's history ever. It was the biggest launch in any bigger than when they launched on the US, bigger when they launched in Canada, in the UK, in Japan, in just any other marketplace. The Aussie marketplace was their biggest launch yet, which was absolutely amazing, especially considering how Aussies were a bit late, jumping on the, buying online and all that kind of thing. Also, as you can see here, a lot of these are bigger brands, which obviously at the moment, only bigger brands are selling on Amazon AU, but considering, since it was their biggest launch, that is a very good sign. That means that Aussies are eager to start shopping online. Because at the moment they're still going on the Amazon US site to shop and to buy things, and we're going to get to that point in a second as well. But the first thing, it was Amazon's biggest launch ever in any marketplace. Now, second thing, it's still in the very early days. So if you have a look on Amazon AU, there's no reviews. The listings look very, very bad. The picture quality is very low. And there's not a wide variety of products or niches. So even if you go onto the Amazon website now, onto the AU marketplace, there's not much around, and there's only bigger brands, and there's only a few sort of nichier products which are slowly starting to come in. But if you compare that, I don't have the figures here, but if you compare that to the US marketplace, it's very, very minuscule. There's not very much around. So still in the early days of getting this whole stack of products in, which will slowly grow over the years. I'd say it's going to take a while. It's probably going to take 5, maybe 10 years to get to the spot, get to the point where Amazon US is. But we'll get to the US Amazon in a second. So this is a point that I wanted to come to. So this is the latest news, which I found out a few weeks ago now. So from July 1st, 2018, Aussies will be blocked from accessing the US, the UK, and the Japan Amazon sites. So come down here. We'll scroll down here. So what does that mean? Now, for Aussies, this is very important. So for Aussies, we can't purchase goods from any of these sites, from the US, from the UK, or the Japan site, because Amazon will not physically ship it to those Aussie addresses. So basically, let's just say if you wanted to have a look at something on Amazon US, on the US site, they'll redirect you straight back to the Australia site. And I'm not sure if it's going to redirect you to the same product or a similar product, but it'll just basically, if you're trying to look at the US website, from July 1st, it's going to redirect you, and you're not going to be able to buy anything on there either. Now, this has caused a bit of an uproar with buyers especially, and a little bit of an uproar for sellers as well, but there is a way around it for sellers. So basically for sellers, so from July 1st, sellers will need to use VPNs for product research. Now, I'm going to update this. I'm going to do a full video on this. I'll do one on my YouTube channel as well. It's going to be updated first in the Amazon Seller Excellence course, which is my personal course, how to sell on Amazon for Aussies. If you guys didn't know, if you're new to the channel, the link will be down below as the first link in the description for that. Basically, what a VPN is just basically like an IP address. So basically, when you're searching on the web, you basically purchase a VPN. When you're searching on the web, it'll seem like that your computer is linked up from a US IP address, and you won't get redirected, so you'll have access there. Because when it comes to product research and using Jungle Scout and things like that, you need to do your product research on the US site, and especially to get all that data there. Not until unless you're selling on the AU marketplace, and Jungle Scout comes out with an extension for the AU marketplace, so you can have a look at the numbers on there. For now, you need the US site to do your product research and get all your numbers and find out if it's a good product or not that you're going to sell, and to get all those valuable products. So you need a VPN to get onto the US site, because you need the US site. Like I said, I'm going to update you guys on how to get a VPN. I'm gonna basically go through it myself, and then I'm gonna teach you guys how to do it as well. And like I said, it's gonna be updated for free in the course for students that are in there already. So, what's the answer to this? So, even though Aussies are going to be blocked from selling in the US, selling on the AU marketplace, I would say start selling as soon as possible. So Amazon AU is a long-term game, and it will grow drastically in the next 6 to 12 months, especially after Aussies are going to be blocked from those sites after July 1st. So it's in the very early days, very, very early days, and the opportunity for land grab is absolutely insane. So what I want you guys to do is, as soon as you can, if you haven't started selling at all, I'd maybe start off on the US marketplace to get a feel around for it. But if you're determined to sell on the AU marketplace, just keep in mind that you're not going to see the numbers, or most likely make the sales that you're going to make if you were to start on the US site. So if you want to sell on the Aussie marketplace, you must know that it's a long-term game, so you're most likely not going to make that whole bunch of sales. You're not going to make that 10 to 20k per month. Obviously, it takes time to do that on the US marketplace anyway, but it's going to take a lot longer to come about on the AU site. So what I would do, let's just say if you have sold on the US marketplace and you're looking to start selling on the AU marketplace, and you're not sure when you want to start, I reckon start now, because basically what I've said here is take this opportunity, become the top sellers in as many categories as possible. So basically what you guys can do, and let's just say, because I teach this all in the course as well, as to basically how to rank yourself, and how to become a profitable brand, and how to become a reputable brand as well, and basically how to make a name for yourself. And as good as it is doing that on the US side, and making that money there, making that passive income, imagine this. So imagine doing that for, let's just say, if you go to a top product, let's say any top seller on the US site, let's just say they're making upwards of 500k per month. So that's taken years to grow to that point. Let's just say if you get that same product or a similar product, you make a reputable brand for yourself, and you basically put that on the Australian marketplace. Imagine the numbers that you're going to see with 2 to 3 to maybe 5 years time. It's just basically going to be insane, because you're going to get that huge flow of customers come in, which they will come in, especially if they're going to start coming in the next 6 to 12 months. So it will happen. But imagine if, let's just say, for instance, now this is probably oversaturated already, but let's just say if you wanted to be the biggest selling, yoga mat brand in Amazon Australia, let's just say there weren't many sellers on there. Let's say if you did a unique yoga mat product, and you started your product right now, and you started off only getting, let's just say, worst case scenario, you get a couple of sales per month. So let's just say you start off like that, but you slowly grow your brand, you slowly get the reviews, and you slowly build your brand up. And let's just say you have hundreds of reviews, by the time that those heavy amounts of customers come in, they're going to look at your brand, who's right on top of the listing. So let's just say they type in yoga mat, yours comes up right there, and it's been there for a couple of years or a few years now. When that huge influx of customers come in, you can see you've got all these reviews, you've got an established brand. What are they going to do? Basically, as soon as they type in yoga mat, yours is going to show up right up the top, and they're going to buy yours straight away, because there's not going to be anyone else. There's going to be all these people jumping on it in years' time going, hey, let's make all this money on Amazon Australia, but you've already beat them to it, because you've started years ago, and you've already got that experience there, and you've made your mark. That's the whole point, what I'm trying to push towards this Amazon Australia stuff. And I talk about this in the course as well. There's a whole module about how you can grow your brand, and how you can relate your Amazon selling from the US to the Australian sites. But it's just, you have to realize the opportunity that's there, in Amazon Australia. Especially if you're Aussie, you're going to know the marketplace a little bit better than someone that's selling overseas. And from July 1st, it's just going to be just that, I wouldn't say harder, but it's just basically going to start pushing, it's Amazon's way of pushing Aussies, and pushing basically just pushing Aussies out of the US site, and redirecting them to the Aussie site. And it's going to basically force people. It is a bit of a low blow on Amazon's behalf, but it's basically going to push all these people to start buying on the Aussie marketplace. So that's why they're doing it. And there's all these taxes and GST regulations that they're talking about this as well. But the point is they want to push people towards shopping on the Australian marketplace. That's one of their big goals with this whole blocking Aussies on all these sites. So just to reiterate to you guys, the huge amount of opportunity for land grab is absolutely insane. So if you guys are looking to start selling on the Aussie marketplace but aren't sure where to start, I would start right now. If you're not sure when to start, just get a product out there, even if it's 100, 200 units. In the course, I talk about getting 300 units in minimum. I would definitely do 300 units minimum if you're looking to get started. But if you've only got the money for that, maybe just test the waters. I can't guarantee of how much money you're going to make. That really depends on how much product research you do. Likewise with any product. But if you're looking to test the waters, maybe do something like that. Just start getting the feelers out for the Aussie marketplace. But it's pretty much all I wanted to talk about with you guys with the Aussie marketplace, just to see the opportunity for what's about to come, especially in the next 6 to 12 months. But apart from that, guys, that is it on this video. I hope you guys got a bit of value out of this one. Now, if you guys are looking to start selling on Amazon, I have a course which is going to be the first link down below. It's called the Amazon Seller Excellence course. It's only newly just come out. Starting to get a fair few people in the course now, which is absolutely amazing. Getting some students in there, getting some good feedback on the course as well. So if that's something you're interested in, it's $100 off for the first 50 spots for the people that get into the course first. So if that's something you're interested in, click the link down below and you can check that one out as well. And there's an Aussie Amazon group as well, which you can join as well, which includes the students that are in there too. So make sure to check that one out. But other than that, guys, if you like this, hit the subscribe button and give this video a like, and I will see you guys in the next one.